If you are ready for a life-changing experience, sign up for our course today, Diversified Game Academy. Get prepared and purchase at diversifiedgame.com.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Make sure you pick up my 2 books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive-Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here. We are here Wednesday, November 27. November 27. Tomorrow, a lot of you will be getting with friends and family. Shout out to the friends and family. Boy, I found out some interesting things about family, but I don't know. I don't want to discuss that publicly as of yet. But yeah, family is interesting sometimes, especially some things from the past, right? So tomorrow, we will have a program at 7 p.m. I won't be streaming, but I interviewed P. Ray Easley from Chicago Red, and so we'll be playing that interview at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow in his place, and we'll be back to our regular scheduled programming Friday. Streaming there on Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So just to let y'all know. So make sure we still going to have something for you. You know, of course, we're running programs and content all day on the channel. So we do that. We are a daily platform. So if you say, I didn't get any notifications or whatever, because whatever, you may not get it, but we are posting something, something. Even if it's one thing, we posting something. So just letting y'all know that about tomorrow. Just in case. And also make sure you tune in on the Phillip Scott podcast as well. We always, having something on the podcast for sure. So make sure that's always 10 p.m. Central Standard Time as well. I'm trying to work with our sister June about getting a coupon code for Cyber Monday. That way to give a discount on Cyber Monday, for the app. You want to get a membership. So hopefully if I can get that from Sister June within time, I'll let y'all know about the discount for Cyber Monday because, you got to have something down for Cyber Monday. And that's that. But I'll let y'all know all that. I hope everybody's doing good. I know some people are traveling right now. Some people are on planes. Automobiles, maybe some trains. We don't know, but I hope y'all travel, safely and all of that. I hope y'all been watching your boy Trump. Trump, he was talking about putting some tariffs on Canada and Mexico. And, of course, the female Mexican president, they got a female now. So she started making a big deal about it, basically saying, oh, you put that on us and we going to retaliate with tariffs and all this. So she was just, barking. That's how I looked at it. I didn't look at it as something serious with her. Because Trudeau in Canada, he haven't really said much of nothing. Now, he would actually have more of a stroke to talk than she would. I would say that much. But then Trump, I guess they had a conversation because Trump had posted he had just got out had a long conversation with her and it was productive. And I knew she was going to call him. Oh, I knew that because I don't think, how Trump is. Trump is petty. He'll probably like, okay, 100% tariff. Now, let's try this. You know how Trump is. But in a way, that's good. I'm going to tell you why it's good Trump starting off like that, because everybody know he's crazy. And the only bad thing is you only got him for 4 years, so that's it with Trump. After that, that's it. Now, maybe J.D. Vance will follow his footsteps. We don't know. We'll see. Because, these countries, and I don't know if you notice Israel talking about a ceasefire now. Everybody trying to get their act together. I'm noticing that now. Now, if you'd have put Harris in there, it probably been crazier than what it is right now, right? So there you go. And that's why people voted for Trump. Some people say, oh, they voted for Republicans. No, they voted for Trump because Trump got respect on the international stage. Biden has no respect. Biden don't even know if he coming or going po thing. He don't know. That man, like I said, when he leaves January, so when he go on in, he just need to hang out at his crib. He got enough money, hang out on the beach, have his ice cream, ride his bike. Hopefully he don't fall again. And that's it. He should just need to chill his nerves. But we're going to talk about Vice President Kamala Harris tonight. She has finally come out of hiding, per se. She's been hiding out in Hawaii. That's been her hiding spot. She ain't really been into too many events or anything like that. People are talking about the money because, you have to understand there was a lot of money came her way. And all the money, poof, gone, and you owe $20 million. And I don't know if some of y'all get the emails or so, but they're sending out emails about donating money, talking about the Harris Fight Fund. What you mean fight fund? Fight for what? You lost. Why are you asking for money? You trying to recruit $20 million? Like, seriously? So we're going to play a clip of one of the mega donors and what he had to say about all this money that went through our hands. So shout out to all of y'all. And Veronica, I was looking at some of Trump's press conferences. They had it kind of like in a loop. And just how he's been going in on the media. I said, boy, I'm going to enjoy this 4 years of Trump because I love when he talk crazy to the media. I love it. I get such a kick out of that. That is funny. All right, so let's go ahead on and get to, so we got to get to, Vice President Kamala Harris here in a minute. But before I get started with that, your boy Diddy. Your boy Diddy tried to get bail again, and the judge say, nope, Diddy, you staying in jail, Diddy. You not getting out for Thanksgiving. Because, what he wanted, basically, at first he wanted to go back to his house in Miami. The judge said, oh, no, that ain't happening. So he then say, okay, he has an apartment here in New York, a 3-bedroom apartment. He had to have a visitor log. He'll have 24-hour security. He'll have, some of the different things they say he would have, right? And on top of offering, I think, still the $50 million. And they said, and the judge like, no, Puffy gonna have to sit. He gonna have to sit in jail. So Puffy gonna get a jail Thanksgiving dinner. He couldn't get out in time for Thanksgiving with his kids and all of that. So that's the deal with that with Puffy. He thought he was gonna get out. He was getting kind of excited about it, but now that judge shot him down. So there you go. Now they saying Puffy gonna appeal to another court or whatever. We'll see. We'll see what Puffy gonna do. So with that being said, speaking by court, let's go on and cue up one of your favorite people in court, Woody, and then we'll get started. Vice President Kamala Harris.
I probably did. I would. Detective Thorpe, his brain was the size of a squirrel brain, so you could just tell him anything, he gonna go for it.
Your Honor, this time the state's gonna ask permission to treat Mr. Copeland as a hostile witness under pursuant to 24-611, Your Honor.
Granted.
Thank you.
What that mean?
Don't worry about it. That's just for her to understand how she can ask the questions. You just continue to answer them truthfully.
Isn't it true that in this January 11, 2015 interview, that you told Detective Thorpe that at Club Pusha on that Monday before Donovan Thomas was killed, that Kel punched you in the back of your head?
I don't recall what I told the detective.
And is it I'm sorry. Sure.
I don't recall what I told him specifically, however you pronounce it.
Okay. And is it also true that after Kel punched you in the back of the head, then other people came and began jumping on you as well?
They time gonna come.
That's not the question I asked you. Is it true that you told Detective Thorpe during this January 11, 2000 interview that after Kel punched you in your head, that other individuals also began to jump on you as well?
I don't recall what I done told the police. Y'all gonna charge me for what I did? I don't did the time for the crimes y'all caught me for.
Okay. Would you mind your language while we're sitting here in court?
I'm trying to. You got me. I'm on. Y'all need to give me a break because my blood pressure is real high. I keep telling y'all, leave me alone.
Okay. And the quicker we get through this, the quicker we can leave you alone. Do you understand?
Okay, I don't recall.
Okay. Going back to January 11th, 2015.
I don't recall.
Can I finish the
They
question?
didn't listen to the
And
question.
they keep bringing up Thug name. So what I did was, to get him off of me, I said, Thug did this, Thug did that, Thug did, because I knew they would never, I knew he didn't do it. And in my mind, I knew that the police would never go mess with him. So it was easy for me to try to throw the blame off on him to get them off of me. And that's what I was doing from all these years. I don't remember what I don't told them in the past. But my whole motive was Thug did it because I knew he didn't do it and they couldn't lock him up. And they keep talking about Thug. So guess what I'm gonna tell them? Yeah. What else you want me to tell them? Yeah, he killed this person. Yeah, he did that. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's right now. If I walk out this thing and they say, if I walk out this thing and they say, the police stop me now. Hey man, give me something about Thug. Make something up about him again.
On January 11, 2015, when you went to speak to the police.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Woody. And all right, let's go ahead and get started here. Talk about your vice president of the United States. I know y'all love her. I know y'all love her. You know, I know y'all can't get enough of her. The laughs and all the mannerisms that this lady have. But she has been hiding out. So they did a call. This call was supposed to be to their supporters, and so they had this message they had to put out with Tim Walz and Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, I'm not going to, deplete all your brain cells tonight listening to everything that she has to say. Definitely not Tim Walz. Tim Walz, I've said it from the beginning, that dude's weird. He is the king of the weirdos to me. So I definitely don't hear nothing he got to say. But I'm going to play something that she's saying here. It was a longer thing, but I just cut it down a little bit just for a reason. I wanted you to hear certain things she's saying. Now, let me go up here. All right, here we go. I want y'all to see something, though, before we fully get started. So let me
say to everyone on this call, I am so grateful
now, look,
for you.
Now, if y'all look at her right now before I fully play it, when I first seen her, she got the same look Angela Rye had the other day. Like, is this lady drinking? Is this lady crying? What is going on with Vice President Kamala Harris? I've seen this lady so many times, and you can look in her eyes. Like, she just, what's going on? Was she just drinking it up in Hawaii? I'm trying to figure that part out, ladies and gentlemen. Like, seriously. I mean, did this election took that much out of you? And some of y'all in this Democrat Party, like, Lord, let me go ahead and play, but just watch her. It's like this lady look like she been through it. Yeah, you say she look loaded. Yeah. You know how when somebody be drinking, like, hey, bruh, you need to slow down, man. I'm looking at you. You look like you done drunk a little too much, buddy. Slow down before you start slurring your words and you can't drive and got to take your keys. So let me go ahead and play this. I just wanted y'all to pay attention. Just watch it.
And I'm so thankful to you. I'm thankful for your love of our country and your willingness to put the work into it. I'm thankful for the faith that you put in me and Governor Walz and our team. And I am thankful because I know your character is such that you're not going to get knocked down. And you're in this fight. And you're in it for all the right reasons. And I know that about you. It's why you're part of this call right now and all the work that you did over those 107 days and even before. That's your nature. And the outcome of this election obviously is not what we wanted. It is not what we worked so hard for. But I am proud of the race we ran. And your role in this was critical. What we did in 107 days was unprecedented. Think about the coalition that we built, and we were so intentional about that.
And let me say something else real quick before she continue. Listen, I know my wife. I know when she's tired. I know if, hey, she drunk a little bit too much, or whatever. I know if she's angry. I know whatever, right? If your wife had too much to drink, if you love your wife, why would you let her go on camera like that? Why would you let her do that? See, Doug don't love her. He really don't. Because if he really did, he would say, not today. You gotta wait till you back to your normal self. You're not gonna go out there looking like that. Like I said, but that man, like I say, he's another weirdo too. But that, I can go there about him and some of them other ones. But anyway.
You would hear me talk about it all the time. Being a daughter of parents who are active in the civil rights movement, I know and believe that the best movements that are about progress in our country mean that it's leaders that we are dedicated to the coalition, to bringing people together that seemingly have nothing in common, but have everything in common. A coalition where we bring people together based on a deep love of our country and our understanding that the strength of our country will be a function of our willingness to put in the work, and that we will do that work with a sense of joy, yes, with a sense of work ethic and understanding it's going to be hard, but it's good work. It's good work. To be engaged in a collective fight for America's future. And it means so much to me and to Governor Walz that you knocked on doors, you called friends, you called in favors. You said, hey, I showed up at your softball game. Now I need you to show up at the campaign office. You put in the time. It was personal for you. And you gave all that you could to support our campaign. Because of your efforts, get this, we raised an historic $1.4 billion, almost $1.5 billion from grassroots supporters alone, the most in presidential campaign history. Nearly 8 million donors contributed an average donation of about $56 to fuel our people-powered campaign. Wrong. And I know this is an uncertain time. I'm clear-eyed about that. I know you're clear-eyed about it.
Ma'am, you are not clear-eyed about anything, ma'am. Ma'am, you are like they say in the chat, you are lit. Oh, this lady is lit, y'all.
And it feels heavy. And I just have to remind you, don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did. And you have the same ability to engage and inspire. So don't ever let anybody or any circumstance take your power from you. Look, this mission that we have, it takes hard work. But as you've heard me say many times, we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work can be joyful work. And in doing our work, we will remain committed and intentional about building community, building coalitions, reminding people that we all have so much more in common than what separates us. We will be armed with the faith and the fuel that tells us what is possible and then drives us to achieve it. So let's continue to organize and mobilize and stay engaged. And I thank you all. I thank you all. We are all in this together, all right? We are all in this together. And on this practical eve of Thanksgiving, I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving with the ability and to find the ability at this moment to just remember there is so much to be thankful for. And so I wish for you that you are surrounded by the people you love and who love you. As you know, I encourage you to be around family in whatever way you compose that family, but to take a moment and just reflect on all the good you have done and all the good you have yet to do. We are powerful, those of us who love our country, and we got a lot of work to do. And with that, I will hand it over to Noel. Thank you all, and happy Thanksgiving from Doug and me and our family.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me get to. I'm gonna go back to a certain point, but I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Hold on, y'all. So somebody, look what somebody did, y'all, and this is accurate. I want y'all to see. I didn't do this. Somebody else did. Look at this.
Don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did.
Now, look, that was funny. Whoever did that, y'all crazy, man. Because she was lit. She might well be holding a bottle of Hennessy. I don't know if Hennessy is a drink of choice. But it is what it is. Boy, them eyes were squinting so hard, y'all, boy. Anyway. Whoever did that, yeah. This is what I love about the internet. The internet's so quick. It's so quick. TV can't keep up with it. That's why TV's losing. The internet is just lightning fast on everything, y'all. You know, I don't know if y'all want to watch your girl one more time. Let's watch one more time.
Don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did.
All right. Now let's go ahead and get back. Let's go ahead and get back to work. Okay. All right. Let's get serious here for a minute. We laughed about that. So.
And you gave all that you could to support our campaign. Because of your efforts, get this, we raised an historic $1.4 billion, almost $1.5 billion from grassroots supporters alone, the most in presidential campaign history. Nearly 8 million donors contributed an average donation of about $56 to fuel our people-powered campaign. Wrong.
Okay. Listen, if she came out and say, y'all, I had a little bit too much to drink when I made that, I ain't gonna lie, I would have kind of like, okay, that's cool. You fumble a $1.5 billion bag, and you got the nerve to say, we raised the most in campaign history, and we had about 8 million donors on average of $56, and you in the whole 20 million, ma'am. Like did nobody told you don't say that? Nobody didn't tell you that? Lord. Oh, man. So you may ask, why did he have this at the bottom with Democrat donors sue Vice President Kamala Harris for misuse of funds? Why would he type that? Well, there's a reason why I typed that, okay? And like I said, she just had to be tore up on the Hennessy or something. She had to be. I want you to listen to this clip. This clip right here, why I said that. Just listen. Here we go. Check this out.
So, John, I never heard anything like this before. Do you think somebody stole the money?
Well, maybe legally. I mean, look, to me, you remember the movie Mad Max when everybody's just doing whatever they wanted into the world? That's what happened here. All of a sudden, everybody's got the keys to the candy store. Ad buyers, talent, consultants. There's 100 days to do it. And the money started pouring in. remember this, Chris, it wasn't pouring in for Harris. It was pouring in against Trump. Everybody that was voting and supporting Harris was really voting against Trump. And everybody that was voting for Trump was voting for Trump. So she had all this money coming in. She had all these consultants. And if you don't run the ads, you don't get paid for the buy. They were running ads in Florida, where I live, nonstop. And I'm like, why? I mean, are they running them in Alabama and Idaho too? And I'll tell you why. If you don't run the ads, the buyer doesn't get paid. A $900,000 to put her face on the Sphere in Las Vegas. In the Sphere, the ego, the crazy, the commissions. I was at the White House for a dinner Friday night, talking to a lot of people, and I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of whispering. There's a lot of names about who got paid this and who got paid that. And a lot of people got rich on the back of donors trying to stop Trump. And I think this disqualifies her forever. If you can't run a campaign, you can't run America. And that would be the argument just day one. So it was terrible. I think she did a good job in the debate. I think she did as good a job as she could hope for in a short period of time. I told everybody, she should not have been the nominee. She was not going to win, and she didn't win, and she lost badly. So she's got to go figure out her life. She's in Hawaii. Tim Walz was at the dinner. She was in Hawaii. So she's having a call with donors this week. They tell me about her political future. I don't think she has a political future. So that's my thought on her.
Okay, I want y'all to hear all that. I want you to hear that, but this is what struck me real quick. Just to listen to this one more time. Chris Cuomo says.
So, John, I never heard anything like this before. Do you think somebody stole the money?
See, never take what the white media do as y'all. They just saying that was intentional. The white media can't just say anything they want to say on those programs, right? He came out and said, you think somebody stole the money. So remember, this man was saying that they went to a Democrat, meeting or whatever at the White House. Tim Walz was there, but she was in Hawaii, right? He was there though. And he said, oh, the people whispering and they talking about who getting money. So it's not just Boulay Martin crying about who got money. It's the folks talking about what happened to all the money I donated. Now, that gentleman is a Democrat mega donor. And he said, hey, basically, she's done politically because if you can't handle $1.5 billion, how you going to handle the government's money? Now, they talking about that she may run for California governor in 2026 or so because Gavin Newsom be termed out as governor of California. But if she can, and then people in California don't really feel her too much like that. They wasn't even enthused about her like that. So how she would even win California? I think a Republican would have more of a chance at this point winning California than she do. But almost $5 billion completely gone, and you in the red $20 million. This is what I'm thinking may happen. Like you said, it's just speculation. I'm thinking some of them donors is going to, number one, first start hitting her with like an audit. Hey, we want to know an audit of every dime of where that money went. We want to know. We want to know who got it and why. Now, that circles back to people like Al Sharpton, too, and Boulay Martin. You said it was for a media buy and things like this. Well, Al Sharpton is not in the media business. So how did he get it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Boulay Martin, she can kind of get away with that because, he was running her ads on his YouTube platform. So she can kind of get away with that with him. But Al, or how's she going to justify all this money she was spending on Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla, Oprah Winfrey, just doing an interview, right? An interview is not going to make or break you when she could have been doing interviews for free long time ago, like Trump did, where they say earned media. What did this woman do? She got in this position, and almost 50 days, she didn't talk to the media. She didn't want to talk to nobody when everybody wanted to talk to her. She avoided them. And then when it got late, now she wants to start paying everybody and doing all this stuff to try to get interviewed. Then when she could have went on Joe Rogan too, she like, oh no, I can't be there 3 hours, and it can't be this, it can't be that. So you're like, nah, I'm good. But yet Trump and them went over there and they interviewed for 3 hours because the lady can't talk more than 20 minutes a lot of times. You're lucky if you get an hour out of her. Look at her speeches. It was like 20, 30 minutes. Aren't y'all glad in the United States of America, we really dodged a major financial crisis? I do believe what Trump said, that if she would have got elected, we'd have went through a depression, like worse than the Great Depression, if this lady would have gotten in office. If she couldn't handle $1.5 billion, then for sure she could not handle the budget of the United States of America. This lady would have had us all in a poorhouse. Oh, man, I'm so happy with the voters of this country that they seen right through that mess and stopped that lady. Because that lady, look, I don't care what people say, I know that look, that lady was drunk. And people have been saying that lady got a drinking problem. She do. And some people some people are functioning alcoholics. Some people are functioning weed heads. Some people are functioning drug addicts, believe it or not. Some people popping, like somebody said, some perks and all that. Some people do that all the time. And they go to work and they show up on time or whatever the case may be, right? You don't get the best of them when they're not showing up to work. But I really, but based on that look she had, and I've seen that look out with her before, yeah, that lady likes to drink. And my thing is, you drinking so much that you still showed up on the doggone thing, because you can't say you're tired, because you're not campaigning. You've been hanging out in Hawaii. But let me tell you another reason why I believe the Democrats wanted her to get out there and do this. Let me tell you why. Black women. Now you say, Phil, why you say black women? Just hear me out. So there's a lot of black women have been saying, you know what? I'm tired of y'all. I'm done. Especially when they seen the Hispanics and the Asians and the white women been kind of doing that. When they start seeing all these other groups who are non-white support Trump, a lot of black women say, okay, on top of the white women just really doing what they normally do to black women, a lot of black women say, you know what, I'm cool, I'm done. I am going back to Starbucks. I'm getting my latte, my cappuccino, I'm getting my frappe, I'm getting it all. I'm going on a Carnival cruise. I'm taking vacation. Man, to hell with all y'all. I'm only gonna worry about me, my family. If anything happens, I worry about the black community. Some of them say they don't want to worry about black men at all. We can die and go to hell. They only want to worry about black women. Some of them, not all of them say that, but I'm just telling you what the sentiment is. But mostly, whether they're on that tip by they say to hell with black men, or they say I'm only fighting for the black community, nobody else, either or is problematic for the Democrats. Now, why is that problematic for the Democrat Party that black women are saying this? Well, they already see where black men is going. Black men are rushing out the door more and more each day. And even some black men that have supported Harris were saying the same thing too. They were saying, you know what, forget the Democrats, forget these people in America. I don't care about these other groups. I'm only going to prioritize the black community. I've seen a lot of black men who supported her say that after the election as well. But they're more worried about black women because black women are really deep in the trenches with the Democrat Party. So now they have a problem with black women. You're having more and more black women now starting to speak up and speak out against the Democrat Party. Some of them are going, join the Republican Party. Some of them are politically independent. But either or, they're getting away from the Democrat Party. And they are trying to strategize now for the 2026 midterms. They can't definitely win no midterms if they don't have their mouthpiece, the black woman, the black educated woman in particular, to go out there and stomp for them. You know, the sorority, the boule types, they got to have them on the team. And when you having people like LaTosha Brown from Black Voters Matter saying basically she throwing her hands up with say she, you know, when you got people like that saying that, you understand? The Democrats got a problem. Now, I've been seeing sister girl Jasmine Crockett been coming out speaking a lot more now because what the Democrats trying to do, they're trying to find a new person to speak for them. Kamala can't speak for them. She needs to, you know, deal with her drinking problem. But I don't know if they've been sending out Jasmine Crockett a little bit too much now, I've been noticing. So I don't know if they're trying to rally around her a little bit and get her to be the spokesperson. But even though Jasmine don't have a bad name with the black community like that, it still don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter because the Democrat Party has done way too much against Black America for way too long. We having black governors, black mayors. We saying governors, but definitely black mayors talking about they're going to defend the migrants. But yet we've never had any of those black mayors talking about they're going to defend Black Americans. They're not worrying about homelessness. They're not worried about anything. The CBC, you know, they talking about opposing Trump, but what has Trump talked about doing to Black Americans? So the Democrats got a problem all the way around. Democrats, you should have left that lady to drink herself or whatever she want to do, drink her sorrows away in Hawaii with her weird husband Doug and all of that. But she's not going to get black women back on the train. Black women a lot of black women have seen the light. And they have seen, and a lot of black women have also noticed more things are starting to get done now for the black community that they have starting getting away from you. You understand? They're getting more done. Like in Chicago, when you had all the black women on the Democrat Party, black women wasn't really saying much of nothing. Now you got a lot of black women screaming and yelling at Brandon Johnson in Chicago constantly now. Of course, you got brothers that's getting on his behind too now. But what I'm saying is once black people got away from the Democrats, they start really seeing, wait a minute, this party's screwing us over. So what about mass incarceration? The mass incarceration happened under Democrats. When they were trying to use the Central Park 5 against Trump, that was a Democrat city, Democrat mayor, Democrat state. But nobody wants to talk about how the mass incarceration of black people happens under the Democrat Party. Why would we go vote for that and prioritize that? The Democrats know the mass incarceration they have done to us, and they're not trying to undo it either. In your Democrat states, they can undo all of that. Now, the states that say, okay, well, people won't go to jail for, a personal use of marijuana or whatever. Every city or state that's done that, do you know that the incarceration rate for black people plummeted when that happened? Now, that should be an easy thing to do, even though I don't smoke anything like that. I don't vape, I don't do any of that as a practice. But I don't believe someone should be thrown in jail if they chose to smoke marijuana. If they're not, I just don't believe that. I mean, you got dispensaries all over the place now. Why are you putting people in jail? Now, now the state of Texas, I still think they're backwards with that too. Because I think you got certain places like Harris County, they won't prosecute you for it. Now, if a state trooper catch you will get in trouble. But if it's in Harris County, they're not going to do nothing to you. And I think Dallas voted for it too, and now Ken Paxton is trying to sue them about that because it's not at the state level or whatever. But that doesn't really bother me because I don't have that vice. But some people do. I kind of feel bad for people that got to smoke that stuff every day. I mean, anything you got to do every day, even if you drinking every day, if you smoking cigarettes every day, you just got to do it every day. I'm like, you really need to deal with your issues because there's something to it why you so dependent on a foreign substance to calm you down. Because I know that either to calm you down or whatever. I just thank God I don't have that. Thank God. But the Democrat Party, they have not prioritized black people. Not at all. You go look at Skid Row in California, it's a lot of black people. And I'm tell you what, I've never seen last time I was in LA, I've never seen so many people with mental health issues. Even it's in our community, mental health issues just out there, just willy-nilly and won't do nothing about it. That's the crazy part. But this Democrat Party can't take black women really saying, okay, I'm leaving now, or I'm going to do something else, or the hell with all y'all. And I celebrate black women do it. Any black woman that's saying the hell with the Democrat Party, I'm gonna clap for them. I'm gonna support them. You know, I'm like, hey, you know, I want to talk to you. I love that. I love it because the more and more of the black women see black American women doing that, the more black women will get the courage and lead the Democrats too. Yes. Yes. No, you say alcoholics. Well, let me tell you something about alcoholics. You know, if you drinking in your house and you're not hurting nobody, you know, that's your health. But my issue about alcoholics is they want to get behind the wheel of a car and then they harm people. That's really my issue with that. Yeah, that loss. You got to think about this, but you're talking about the loss. That loss, okay, cool, you lost. But you lost $1.5 billion. Imagine you lost and then you lost that too. I think losing the money, to me, is worse than losing the election. Look, you can go run again. She can go run again in 2028, but how are people going to give you money and trust you when you lost $1.5 billion? That's what dude was saying. If you can't manage a campaign, then how you going to manage the country? So I don't think that nobody going to give her no money or take her seriously. I just think she need to go hang it up and, I don't know, go start a podcast. I don't know, you know, maybe she can do like Club Shay Shay and be just drinking on the podcast. You say the mental health that comes with the drugs in the communities. Yeah, you know, that's why I kind of hope Trump and them go to war with those cartels in Mexico. Because if you shut down that and you shut down the president of Mexico is right about this. A lot of the chemicals for the fentanyl comes from Asian countries. If they attack that, right, and the cartels, I think you can eliminate a lot of this mess that's coming into this country. Because people in this country, which the president of Mexico is right about, they have a big need in this country for drugs. That's why they make so much money, so much violence happen in Mexico. If people wasn't so drugged out in America, I mean, this country is a drugged out place. People people not just drinking alcohol or smoking some weed or something. No, they want this hard drugs. And if not that, they want pills. They want all kind of things out here. All these people, a lot of people is addicted. A lot of our people are addicted to a lot of different things. And I'm like, you find money for it, but I'm like, wow. You said you had a friend addicted, Danielle, to weed, and say he's been trying to quit. He goes into severe withdrawals when he tries to quit. I told him that's not normal. No, that's not normal. That's not normal. And I'm gonna tell you this much: that the marijuana they have today is so laced with chemicals. It's laced with chemicals, ladies and gentlemen. It's not like just some natural they grew it and hey, that's it. No, they lace that stuff with chemicals. So that's why this stuff today is not like it used to be back in the day when people just, hey, it's natural, whatever. No, it's not. It's not at all. Now, let me get back to this donor guy again, because something else he said I want to point out.
Well, maybe legally. I mean, look, to me, you remember the movie Mad Max when everybody just doing whatever they wanted, the end of the world? That's what happened here. All of a sudden, everybody's got the keys to the candy store. Ad buyers, talent, consultants. There's 100 days to do it. And the money started pouring in.
Now, I want you to look at that. $494 million for advertising. And you didn't win. You spent almost $500 million on advertising. Man, I don't need to spend. If you just say, hey, Phil, you got $1 million for advertising, do what you do. Man, I can do a lot with my platform with $1 million. Oh man, shoot, even $500,000 I can do a lot. But almost $500 million for advertising, and the lady did not win. Now listen what this man says also about the ads, how they were being finessing her campaign. Listen, because he tells you how they finessed her. Listen.
And pouring in. Remember this, Chris. It wasn't pouring in for Harris. It was pouring in against Trump. Everybody that was voting and supporting Harris was really voting against Trump. And everybody.
But before I get to what I'm looking for, that's actually good for y'all too, that y'all lost y'all money. Because why did you support this lady just to be against Trump? Why? That was silly on y'all part, giving all y'all money and y'all didn't really like that lady like that.
Everybody was voting for Trump was voting for Trump. So she had all this money coming in. She had all these consultants. And if you don't run the ads, you don't get paid for the buy. They were running ads in Florida, where I live, nonstop. And I'm like, why? I mean, are they running them in Alabama and Idaho too? And I'll tell you why. If you don't run the ads, the buyer doesn't get paid.
Okay, now you heard what he said. He said if you don't run the ads, the buyer don't get paid. Now, this is what I'm thinking. That was sabotage to her campaign. Let me tell you why. Florida, for the Democrats, hang that up, right? If anything, you should have been running ads in definitely the major cities, like your Philadelphias, your of course, like, areas that it would be considered battleground, right? Running it in Las Vegas, running in all those places that's going to be considered battleground or whatever. Definitely, you want to run it in cities where black people at, so you can try to at least get your base of black people. But running in Florida, they just finessed her. That was a finesse. They know good and well that Democrats don't really do anything good in Florida. So think about it. If you remember the election, how Trump he really beat her bad in Florida. And all that money they was spending in Florida, that's like just finessing money and putting it in their back pocket. That's why the man say, well, yeah, legally stealing it. Because as long as they ran the ad. They ran them in Florida. Don't matter if they did benefit her. Everybody was finessing, and you didn't have nobody overseeing anything. I mean, come on, when you get that much money, you're like, okay, this money can't just be going out. This money we gotta appropriate the right people. But every time with these people, they surrounding themselves with the folks. Anytime some money come around, the folks come around like vultures. Oh, they coming real quick with their hands out. But the black people during the campaign, black companies were complaining that they wasn't even getting hired for jobs. They wasn't getting the advertising consultants. We ain't talking about Boulay Martin. We talking about real companies, okay? Real black firms. They wasn't getting the money. And if they were getting crumbs. You understand? But see, women like her that like to surround herself with them folks, that's what you get. Because them folks not looking out for you. Regardless of where your background is, you're not one of them. You're East Indian, you got a Jamaican father, you're not them. And they looked at you as a lick. Let me tell you something. If you were actually surrounded yourself with your ski-wee sisters, right? The AKAs, they would have probably made sure you was a little bit better off with the money than the folks. I know good and well that a lot of them black women that's in the sororities are very smart. I met them. Every time I meet them, they got degree this, degree that. They very intelligent, a lot of them. So I don't take that away from them. She should have surrounded herself with the AKAs and say, hey, help me with this and that, and I want to make sure this is good. Listen, one thing I know, you put a black woman on the job about something, one thing I know about black women, they going to try to excel and exceed. Okay? Brothers too, but definitely a lot of sisters, and they tough. All she had to do was put them on the team, and she'd have been good. But no, all that Megan Thee Stallion, you can't tell me no black American women told her, hey, go get Megan Thee Stallion. Go get Cardi B that can't barely speak English. Go get Glorilla. I know they didn't tell her that. You can't tell me they told them that. I mean, because it just don't make sense. And then when you look at who was behind her Kamala HQ, it was all the folks. Everybody that she was giving the money to was the folks. She literally, you know why these people stay on top? Because they make sure to keep transferring wealth to their pockets. Anytime somebody gets some money, here they come. They don't surround themselves with a team of black people. I'm not saying you can't hire people that maybe can do things that maybe you can't get into, but doggone it, can you at least have 75% of your team be black? Maybe. But women like her that surrounds herself with them folks, you know what I'm saying? Get them game goofy dudes. They do stuff like that. Not even the cool white dude. Not him. No. They go get the game goofy ones. I guess they think they in there because they got friends and they transcend race. But in this country, you'll never transcend race. It don't matter who your mama is or your daddy. You'll never transcend race with them. You either white or you're non-white. That's bottom line with these people. And they're going to throw her under the bus. I'm telling you, they're going to throw her underneath the bus. Trust me, this money thing, it's not over. Even if Trump get in office, this money thing is not over, y'all. I don't see them just letting her ride off to the sunset and just get away with it with nothing. At minimum, her political career is done. At maximum, some of them start suing to try to figure out where the money at and trying to recover the money. Well, Barack Obama thought he transcended race. He felt he did. You know, that's why he never wanted to come out and speak for us and fight for the black community. You know, he felt he transcended race too. You say Michigan had flipped red. Hey, man, the majority of the country had went red in this election. The majority. Because people are sick and tired of the Democrats because they don't do anything. I mean, listen, once they lost the ability to say Trump's a racist and the Republicans are racist and they gonna get y'all black people. Once they lost the ability to get black people from saying, oh my God, he is a racist. Let me go vote Democrat. I'm afraid of this racist. Listen, once they lost that scare tactic, they had nothing. That was the last tactic they had, was that. Trump gonna get y'all black people. The Republicans gonna get y'all. Oh, boy, you don't want to know about Project 2025. Ooh, boy, that come in. Black people, you going to be in trouble with Project 2025 being there. And then you're looking at how you living right now. Like, what? I don't care. You're not scaring me. You're not scaring me at all. Yeah, Buckhorse, yeah. She didn't call her ski-wee sisters. She didn't call them. Because I know they wouldn't have let her go out like that. You can't tell me they would have let her go out like that. Yeah, you say we woke now. Yeah. Black folks can't finesse black people like you used to. See, the last finesse was 2020 with George Floyd. You understand? That was the last finesse. That was the last one. And that last finesse using black people's emotions against them. Yeah, you're right. What about Project 2022, 23, 24? Yeah, exactly. That's what we need to be talking about. What about those projects? We live in Project 2024 right now. Now you got a so-called Department of Education, but yet black children can't read or pass the test in Baltimore. But we got but we worried about Project 2025. That's what we worried about as black people. They're going to take away the Department of Education. You might well not have one that black children can't read or pass the test. But you got some of these Democrat shields run off at the mouth. They don't even care about black children. They just want to make sure the Democrats are in power. And for what? You don't even benefit off of it. Maybe Boulay Martin and, Al Sharpton will, but the majority of you don't benefit off of it. And the only reason they benefit because they have to get you, on the plantation, keep you there to keep you voting for the Democrat Party. That's it. Now, let me ask y'all something. Like, what y'all having tomorrow? You know, let's switch gears a little bit. Are y'all doing the? No, some people do the baked turkey. Some people do the fried turkey. I mean, you know, fried turkey is pretty good, actually. I've had fried turkey before. And down here, you know, you got to have your dirty rice and definitely your sweet potato, your yams, and all your different pies. And I mean, you know, you got to have people be making cornbread, you know, mustard green, collard green. You know, some people make ham. Now, I don't eat the ham. You know, no, I don't fool with the pork, but I eat the turkey though. I'll eat that. What time y'all normally eat a Thanksgiving meal? Y'all do it what, 2-3 o'clock, or y'all do it like about like 5-6? You say they're gentrifying DC pretty fast? Yeah. Well, Muriel Bowser is going to allow it. Like all these black mayors that you have are gatekeepers. They're gatekeepers for white supremacy. That's why you have a black mayor and you'll see gentrification go up faster, happen faster in the black communities. Oh, you like roasted hens with side dishes? That sounds good. Okay, you do fried turkey wings and breasts. Okay, you smoking your turkey on the grill with apples, oranges, plums, red onion, and bell peppers. Okay, all right, that sounds good. You say the turkey dressing? Yeah, definitely cornbread dressing too. Definitely got to have some cornbread dressing. The cornbread dressing is the truth. Oh, y'all the noon, 2-3 o'clock. Yeah, that's about average, 2-3 o'clock. You say 2 o'clock. Oh, you say after church, so around noon. Y'all go to church on Thanksgiving? Okay, I didn't know y'all went to church on Thanksgiving. Well, normally we'll do like in the morning if we hungry, you know, it's like, hey, eat you some cereal or something. And then later we'll go and eat, like say with all the family. We'll go to my cousin's house actually. We doing it over there at her house. So yeah. You know, the Cowboys be on, so you'll be watching football as well, you know. So definitely shout out to you say you don't eat pork. Yeah, pork. Nah, I don't like eating pork either. That's not the norm for me. Not whatsoever. Yeah, eat good. Eat good tomorrow, y'all. Eat good tomorrow. And, you know, if you got some friends who don't have a place to go, invite them, you know. I mean, maybe somebody voted for Trump and their family don't want them around no more, invite them. Say, hey, man, you welcome over here. We don't care about no doggone stupid election, you know, with these people. Please, come on over here. You know, so invite somebody if their family don't want them around because they voted for Trump. That's so stupid. That is so stupid. You say 2 to 6, okay. Yeah, you say faith, food, and football. That's right. Gotta have your football. Gotta have your football. That's the American pastime, ladies and gentlemen. Football. But like I said, you know, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will have, like I say, the interview with P. Ray Easley from Chicago Red and everything. That sister was cooking. You'll see what I'm talking about. She was cooking, and I love interviews where somebody can cook on their own. I ain't got to say a whole lot. I love it. So y'all think y'all will enjoy that tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you also download the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. When you do that, make sure you click create account, and you can do monthly, quarterly, or yearly subscription. That will always support the show. Courtney says that I know my family won't be eating chitlins or bathtub greens. No bathtub greens. Not down here. That's for sure. That's not happening. That's you know us. You know, at least I'm from the South, so us Black Americans down here in the South. No, none of that. Not at all. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for listening and coming in tonight. We're definitely